Welcome to Bfam News, where the news has to be told because it cannot speak for itself. I'm your anchorman, DC. Please say hello to my news team. First, we have our entertainment news and fashion correspondent, Aunti Kris. What up, girl?
What's up? This your girl Auntie. I am super excited. Shout out to Monster Energy Drink and BFam 109.6 FM. I am super excited to be here. And listen, I've been digging deep, and you want to stay tuned for my stories because I got something for you.
Next, we got our political analyst, Mr. I See What You're Doing.
Yo, man, I'm on the scene. You know what, Matt? I told y'all last time. I can't wait to get my jacket, bro. I got some shit to get into. Yeah, man. Shout out to Monster Energy Drink, man. What's the name of the massage therapy with the hot rocks, man?
Wild Bee Wellness.
Wild Bee Wellness. Shout out to Wild Bee Wellness, man. And Auntie, what's happening? Great show today. I've been watching.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And well, DC, you already know how we do, man. Shenanigans all over the place. My shit easy, you feel me? Because I mean, the guy who bring me my stories, he never miss.
Never, ever. And last, we have our sports reporter, the sheriff.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's the sheriff from South Central Indiana. Shout out to Monster Energy. Shout out to Aunti Kris. Shout out to Mr. I See What You Doing. DC, let's get this show on the road.
That's right.
If I'm talking about Agent Orange, that must be too much going on because Ralph only gets two stories. But the effects of the Trump administration are being felt in places that, we really wouldn't think about on the normal. CNN went live with a farmer who used to make honey for the government, but now has been cut. Let's listen in on one of these true stories from the FEMA cuts.
Was going to lose this much money this fast.
Jim is a Republican who voted for Donald Trump 3 times.
How do you feel about your vote for Donald Trump now?
Well, I feel like perhaps I should have considered some other options.
The past 2 years, Jim has been selling honey to the federal government, which then provides it to schools and food banks. But after Donald Trump took office, the USDA cut those programs suddenly as part of the federal government's effort to streamline spending.
For a lot of other local farmers around here, it was a major source of reliable revenue. For me, it's going to cost me around $150,000 a year.
$150,000?
Yeah, roughly 50% of my revenue.
That's a huge hit.
That's a massive hit.
Oh, man. Let's let the sheriff go first with these comments.
Man, that's tough.
That's a lot of fucking honey.
That's a lot of honey and that's a lot of dough. Shame on them for cutting for, because those are, that affects everybody. That's our future generation we're talking about right here. That this is, not maybe nearly impacted, but this has could have a very long-term effect.
Mm-hmm. Facts. King.
Michael Jackson had a song, and one of the lyrics said, "They don't really care about us." Shit. Let's keep it a buck, man. I said a long time ago, man, it's a separation in this country. It's either rich or every motherfucking body else. That's how that works. And them farmers just happen to fall below rich, so they part of everybody else. And the first time that Donald Trump ran for president, you knew he was with the bullshit then. You thought it was gonna get better? I said last time, great job, America. This is what happens when you play with the motherfucking snake. Remember? This right here, Aunti Kris. If you play with a dog long enough, he'll lick in your fucking mouth.
I'm trying. That's nasty.
That's a white people
shit.
Making no sense.
Here come the horns. That's what's happening right now.
See,
Auntie,
y'all already know. See, me personally, I just truly feel like it was calculated because when most people are looking at farming and we looking at honey, are we missing the whole point that that's one of the key ingredients in a lot of the medications that heal a lot of these illnesses that we're about to see in the upcoming months, since we are approaching the winter seasons. I'm just making it make sense. So I really feel like this is once again a calculated move that is being that is just being some casualties that are just happen to be in the wrong places at the wrong time. It's not really them per se, but it's the fact of what they're cultivating and what effects it's gonna have against the whole Agent Orange and his whole campaign. So y'all know how I feel.
Well, here comes the opinion that's going to bring the emails in. Shame on you, Mr. Farmer. I hate to say this, but shame on you. You found a way to live off the government. Let's get it straight.
It's true.
I'm sure you didn't go to school and learn how to make a fucking beehive. Because last week at Home Depot, my granddaughter was making a beehive at Home Depot as a free project. So the shit can't be that hard. So shame on you for putting all your trust in the government and then turning your finger around and saying, y'all fucked me. You've been fucking the government for years. If you really cared about now remember, the two places you said you were going to go ahead and sell your food to was schools and homeless shelters. You didn't say shit about medication. I know you're making money off that because you ain't making $50K on schools and food lines, man. Please, shame on you. Shame on you. All right, Ralph, I got you warmed up, bro. Fuck that farmer.
FFA.
Yes, sir. You know I love my job. So let's get into the first one. Let's get into the first one here. The effects of Trump administration are being felt in places that is not my joint. Trump wants to send all Venezuelans to Nigeria. But let's listen to what the foreign minister of affairs had to say. His name is Yusuf Tugger. We're gonna play that video and listen to what because I basically
to be deported from the US, some straight out of prison. It will be difficult for a country like Nigeria to accept Venezuelan prisoners into Nigeria. We have, in the famous words of, I don't know if you know the US rap group called Public Enemy. If you do, then you'll remember a line from Flavor Flav, a member of the group, who said, Flavor Flav has problems of his own. I can't do nothing for you, man. We have enough problems of our own. We cannot accept Venezuelan deportees to Nigeria. For crying out loud. We already have 230 million people. You will be the same people that would castigate us if we acquiesce to accepting Venezuelans from U.S. prisons to be brought in.
Are we under pressure? Are we under pressure from the Americans, from the U.S.?
These are some of the discussions that have been ongoing, not just with Nigeria, but also with other countries.
But Minister.
Okay, so see. I guess I'm gonna get into this shit right away. Venezuelans to Nigeria is total madness. Is Venezuela over fucking crowded? Because we know the people that you want to deport to Nigeria from American prisons came from Venezuela. Why the fuck don't you send them back to where they came from? You deporting people, you sending them back to their countries. It's the wildest shit that you will send these people somewhere where they don't know anybody and put them in a position to where they don't have nothing to depend on, no kind of financial stability or none of that shit right there. You feel me? You talk about prejudice and racism and all type of isms and bullshit like that. This is the prime example of that. And then next you'll take Haitians and set them in the middle of the motherfucking Venezuela.
It's not just Venezuelans they're sending. So we have Venezuelan citizens that have been in prison here, and he wants them out, but he can't send them back to Venezuela because Venezuela's not fucking with us.
Right.
So he's trying to send them over to Nigeria, who is fucking with us.
Right.
And all I want to do is I want to shout out Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tugar.
Yes, sir.
Flavor Flav loves you, boy.
I can't do nothing
Come
for you,
on, man. He said we got problems of our own, motherfucker.
Yes,
And you
sir.
know what? I know people get, and this is another thing we need to get unsensitive about. Okay. I just did it right there. It happened in baseball. Somebody, Otani was coming to the plate, and two white guys are in the booth calling the game. And one guy goes to the other guy, and he goes, "Hey, how do you think you should handle this Otani coming up?" And the guy goes, "Very, very carefully." He got fired.
Wow.
We got to get over this shit, okay? Because I just did the same thing a minute ago, and nobody put their nose up. I'm not a racist, but just because I changed my voice to a certain dialect that I might think is this, it's not racist. Auntie, go ahead. Sorry.
People are soft. I'm just start off by saying that. We're just gonna start off by saying that. But so I might be a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm finna just be on the far stretch. Not I'm agreeing with him, but I do have this like question. So, and I understand what you're saying when they taking them and putting them in the middle of nowhere to start over. But is that not what they did when they came to America?
I'm with you.
And I get that. But I mean, you got to remember, Venezuela is in South America.
Right.
People on the other side of the fucking
A lot of
country.
different cultures and religions too.
And I believe that,
And
but
you
I'm
guys talk
saying
about these are not like American citizens. These are the bad people.
right.
They're
And I'm also
ex-cons.
That's
but
like
I also,
that's like you taking all the criminals from England and dropping them in America and shit. You just
Fuck that.
no,
They
I
like
agree with
England.
what you're saying, but I'm just saying like that's how their whole this journey started. And me, I'm not gonna be funny. If they chose to come over here and these are the the decisions that they made, they should have been prepared for. I mean, maybe not as stiff of the stipulations that came across. However, they knew that they was up against some opportunities that may not have just been slaps on the wrist.
Right.
Now
you send them back to where they came from.
But I mean,
yeah, I do
when they
agree
came
that
here trying to start
back,
over,
but
they got in trouble too.
Right. But you
Now,
send
remember,
them back.
there were other people that came here and started a life from all kinds of different countries.
Right.
We're talking about the people that went to prison because they fucked up
Right.
while they were here.
Right.
So when
but
they
I
got out, we don't want them here anymore. We
But
gave
but I
you a
don't
chance.
send them, but I don't think you should just randomly send them. Just
Send them
pick a country and say, "Oh, boom, I'm gonna drop you here because I don't want to be bothered." I do feel as if like maybe they should find
Keep 'em.
somebody that's like Venezuela that's that is rocking with Venezuela and come up with something maybe because since it is, I mean, apparently the money is not being generated for those particular prisoners if they're willing to release them. So I mean, maybe they should send them to somewhere that would benefit from it if that was necessary. However, I still want y'all to understand by him doing these things, he is only creating more enemies in other countries against the United States.
Hold on, think about this now, okay? I don't agree with that part there because remember, these are bad Venezuelans.
Right.
Okay, so if you let them out of prison, now we have bad Venezuelans, and Venezuela's not fucking with us.
Mm-hmm.
So now they actually have bad people from this country that are in our country. I want them to fuck out too.
Send them home.
I agree with sending them away.
Well, see, that's the problem. We can't just send them because when we said we're going to send them back to Venezuela, Venezuela said we're not taking them. So you can't force people to take people.
That's where they from. I mean, shit.
We got to do something with them. I say send them to Alligator Alcatraz or make more of those places.
Right, but I
put them
mean,
up. Or this is when the Germans were winning the wars, they made concentration camps. Don't go to that extreme, but there's lots of land out there that we could put these prisoners behind a big fucking wall and say, "Good luck." Your country don't want you. We don't fucking want you because you're trash, and we don't want you to be a spy. You know,
Yeah, conspiracy thing
it's
now
hard.
that he testing the shit to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
If
no, I
you
agree with that.
shit there, then eventually you just start grabbing motherfuckers and throwing them in different countries. You feel me?
Yeah.
I do agree with that. I do agree.
It sucks. I do
I
know
do
as
agree.
an American though, if you came here, legally or illegally to get another chance and you made it, hats off. I think you should stay forever.
Right.
But if you came here and you fucked up, yeah, you should have to leave, man. You had a free chance.
Right, but go back to where the fuck you came from, though. Not
Right,
take and drop you and put you and make you somebody else fucking problem. We don't like
right.
Right.
I
it.
agree with you.
That's
I'm
hypocritical.
worried about the spies. Like,
Right.
there's a lot of different countries over here right now, and we got a lot of countries that we're not fucking with. Like, don't think
You talking about the sleeper
like
cells they got?
like roots, man. Like, it's just a lot of things going on between the countries right now. It's not about the races; it's about the country.
If you do that, then you got to grab a motherfucker that got dual citizenship and send them back where the fuck they came from.
Facts.
I'm cool with that shit right now because they probably is spies or something. You feel me?
All right, let's go to your second story.
All right, man. So Trump has allowed us inside for most of his talks, but listen to what he has to say about bombing Putin.
Oh
and
yeah.
China.
The video is a little low, so pay attention. But it's some scary shit.
I said, if you go in to Ukraine, we're going to bomb in Moscow. I'm telling you, I have no choice. The public wants it. The public. So he goes like, I don't believe you. He said, no way. And I said, way. And then he goes like, I don't believe you. But the truth is, he believed me 10%. And I told you this, he believed me 10%. Then I'm with President Xi of China. But I said the same thing to them. I said, if you go into Taiwan, I'm going to bomb the out of Beijing. He thought I was crazy. He said, Beijing, you're going to bomb Beijing. I said, I have no choice. I got to bomb them.
With that, the world awaits, and I look forward to our personal discussion, which I think begins now, and then we're going to meet our whole team. You have quite a few representatives on that, and we all have a lot of questions, and hopefully we'll come up with answers.
Okay, shit. I guess I'll do it again. So wouldn't that kind of make you feel like Ukraine, that shit that happened in Ukraine was a distraction because the president clearly said that he didn't want to help Ukraine and then shit. Now he getting ready to go into Ukraine and bomb Russia. You feel me? And also go into China and bomb Beijing. You know what I mean? It's just the crazy shit in the world that sometimes it's true what people say. When they have you look left, you better look right because the real shit that's happening is over to the right. All the hell that President Trump gave Zelensky and shit. Now he want to use Ukraine as a base to bomb Russia and China as a base to bomb Beijing. It's the wildest shit in the world, man. Feel me? And this is why when you hear this type of shit, you have to wait to see what comes behind that because what they put in front of you at the beginning is not what's really happening. It's the craziest shit in the world. But I ain't the only one on here with an opinion on it. I know Putin is probably steaming right now. And I think I caught a story that said they was telling him you should bomb America while you got a chance. So that's where the fuck we at right now. Our president is erratic. You feel me? I think somebody said he was one of his doctors had said he in the early stages of dementia. That's a dangerous president to have because one time he can forget some shit and then put us all in jeopardy.
Auntie.
Well, as we already know, I've been telling y'all, this man is setting us up for failure. What he got going on, he being too reckless with a lot of the mistakes that he being caught on. Because I remember we went through a whole lot with the Hillary Clinton situation. So for all these tapes to be leaked and all this stuff to just so matter of factly be leaked out, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm really not rocking with so much as, oh, it's like I really feel like he want them to know what's being said, because you're not gonna tell me that we went through all of that with Hillary and about all this his exposure and him getting sentenced and all this crazy stuff, for him to be this careless in making conversations and saying certain stuff unless this man wants it to be heard of what he is saying. I just really feel like he's a bully.
So check this out. I'm going to show you how this works, how Trump just straight up can be any bully that wants to be a bully. King, remember back in high school?
Yes, sir.
It wasn't that too long ago. So you're going to be Putin and I'm going to be Trump, okay? We're at lunch. I'm about to walk up to you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I seen how you looking at my girl. I'm fitting to beat your fucking ass when we get outside.
Okay.
And you know that's not what you're going to say. You're going to say you're going to beat my fucking ass? Yeah, I'm going to beat your fucking ass. Didn't that just sound like that playground fight we just watched him say?
Yes, sir. But I mean, my thing go a little bit different than that.
I mean, mine too, but you know, I was trying to prove a point.
I got you. I get you. But
I don't talk. I swing.
Yo, if you tell me you're gonna whoop me, you gotta whoop me right now.
Right. You know, but you
ain't going outside.
You know how
I don't even want to talk no more.
You know how it goes down though in most cases.
Yes, sir.
It sounded just like that, and I called it. It's a playground fight. It says it right there. The whole time the man was talking, he was bragging about beating this man in the like say like that goes on. You're like, and I talk you down. And you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm like, yeah, you better know. As soon as this is over at rec today, we're going. And you know, we just wait till rec. And I'm telling people later, yeah, I fucking punked his ass.
Right. Because if you say that, man, if you say that, it's a distraction.
Scary. It's scary.
It's scary, but it's a distraction for the mothership. You feel me?
But you know what else happens? Your friends come to you, King.
Right.
Your friends come to you, just like Putin. Your officers are going to come to you and they're going to like, you let that man talk to you like that on TV. You need to stand up for your country. Don't forget, these are elected officials still.
But I mean, if
this is some scary shit he's doing right now, King.
It is scary. But if you create that kind of excitement and chaos and shit, then you put the fear in the American people, they gonna beg you to save us.
100%. 100%.
I can save you.
And then you put all your trust and all the power. You give him all the power he need to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Right.
To do.
Absolutely.
We all see it.
Except for this shit right here, because Bfam gonna tell you the fucking truth and what's really going on. But that fake news shit, he right about that fake news shit. Cause how else would you say fake news unless you knew that it was fucking fake news that you was putting in front of people? You feel me?
That's the main reason why we decided to do this. You know, me and King exchange news all the time before this show even started. So
yeah, I be filling shit up, man.
Facts. All right, it's about that time. I think I hear, what was that? I hear something coming over the ticker. All right, cool.
Uh-oh.
Just coming across my desk. Yeah, right. It's about Trump. It's not coming about my desk. It's been happening. We all know about it. Trump is now allowing farmers who have worked with illegal immigrants to keep their farms up, to keep them as they know how to do what they do to the land. While you're listening in, isn't this called slavery?
This is where ICE will go into a farm, and these are guys working there for 10, 15 years, no problem. The farmers know them. We're going to put what's called farmer responsibility or owner responsibility, where they're going to be largely responsible for these people. And they know these people. They've worked on the farms for 15 years, and all of a sudden so I have a great, Ron does, Christy does, we have a great feeling for the farmer and for others in the same position. And we're going to give them responsibility for people. And we're going to have a system of signing them up so they don't have to go. They can be here legally. They can.
All right, so you heard it right there. You can sign up for the legal rights to keep your immigrant worker who knows how to work the American land, and you as the farmer can be responsible. By the way, for all those who don't know, I'm over 50. The white slave owner used to be called the farmer. Let's not forget that part, okay? That's part of history, not just white history, because I'm about to bring my two black counterparts on here, and they're going to tell you that's fucking facts. This is some scary shit. Farmers can sign for their illegal immigrants. Let's see how our panel feels. Auntie, good. King, you
right,
gotta go last. You got to go last.
Right, because you already know
we own that line today.
Right. Because you already know that I spoke on this on my show last year when they was doing all this good stuff. I brought it to everybody's attention when they started saying about the whole slavery word and all the mess that he had going. My thing is not a conspiracy. Well, it could be. Just imagine all of these deportees that are being placed in alligator Alcatrazes and similar places. What happens when the Everglades starts to get tended to and we start to go ahead and create more farmland near the Everglades, since we know we're able to clear it out in a quick amount of time? So what do we do then with the alligator Alcatraz members? Are they actually going to be sent back? Because I'm truthfully trying to figure out, if we were deporting them, what was the point of creating a whole facility to hold these people? What happens once they get there? Do they just magically get lost in the system and we're all told that they've been deported?
Now, before King goes, I got to add one thing here. You got your thing there, King, because it's just the alligator Alcatraz thing. Like, I know in prisons, there's no matter what kind of prison you're in, all the way down to YDC, and that's Youth Detention Center, there's bitches in there. There's kids that just can't make it and they get bullied. Don't think it doesn't happen, okay? So if I'm in this alligator Alcatraz, and I'm trying with you now, I'm not going to be one of them bitches, okay? I'll go down swinging before I become a bitch. But there's certain people that, what if you just got like 4 or 5 bitches together and say, look, it's one way or the other. You want me to stab you or you want to get a chance? You're going in the water. We're going to throw you guys over here, and then we are going to cross the fucking water while you try to deal with the alligators. You can either take your chances with the alligators, or we're going to go over here, and you're going to suck our dicks, and we're going to fuck you and kill you anyways. What's your choice? That's what alligator Alcatraz is the problem. Go ahead, King.
Listen, man.
That's beeping, King. We are really pissing people off.
Yes, sir. So psychological warfare, right? Let's think about something. If you go back historically, and now I'm going to start just like here. The reason why you erase Black history from history books is because that's the reference to what's going to happen now.
Preach.
Let him cook.
You can't go back and reference, and you can't go back and reference this particular point in history and compare it to what's going to happen in the future, because it doesn't exist anymore. They control the internet, the books out of the library, right?
Exactly.
So, history, when you had strong slaves that used to run, they used to get them to run like and shit like that. In order for you to get somebody to comply to you, you have to break their will. These people come here because they don't like where they at. And the threat is, I'm going to send you back unless you do what I say. You get what I'm saying? Now, he clearly said in that particular video that he was going to send them back and then allow them to come back if they was willing to work on these farms. You feel me?
No, be signed for. You get to sign for them.
Right. Yeah. If you sign for them, then they become a possession. You feel me? You got to remember, the countries that he's attacking, going up against, are countries who historically don't come and defend their nationalists because they not in that country anymore. You feel me?
Facts.
China step up for their people. England step up for their people. But when you got a third world country, they don't even have the firepower or willpower to come and fight for their people. So I'm a man in the country trying to make a better way. And the only way I can get anything It's about complying, go work to make somebody else rich. Don't that sound like a 9-to-5 job that you get up and go to every day?
Mm-hmm.
That type of stuff right there. So when they tell you that slavery had been abolished, slavery had never went away. They just processed it and turned it into something else to make it look a different way.
And think about the way he's saying it too, because they were trying to erase a lot of Black history in the books in the schools quite a few years ago.
Yes,
that was step one. Now what's going on? This is step two.
Right.
Now that we've got it out of the books, now we can go back and say, hey, you're a farmer, which they really are farmers. Let's get that straight. These farmers are being pretty much, I compare it, the farmer used to be a good word. Now they are not going to be a good word.
Yes, sir.
They are now become slave owners, and farmers don't deserve that because they need these people. But now, see what Trump can do is say, "Well, I wasn't the farmer.
Right?
He's the farmer. He signed the paper. Now what?
In order for you to get a living for your family,
he's fucking at farmers
to provide for your family.
Right?
And these people are gonna work for under minimum wage.
Facts.
Pennies on the dollar.
And now they'll work even cheaper because they don't want to get deported back to the country.
You don't want to live in alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah.
I got this farm I can send you to, and you don't have to sleep over here by the alligators no more.
Hey, but how do you pay them now? Because they can't send money home no more, King.
Huh?
They can't send money home no more.
I mean, how do they
remember if you're not a
slaves? I'm taking care of you. You bring those same. You bring those same tiny houses. And all of that stuff, and you put them on the farmland where you feel me. And ain't those gonna sound like slave houses?
100%. But you know what they'll call them? They'll call them work quarters.
Right, work quarters.
Just like in the military, we have work quarters in the military.
Hey, no, that's the migrant worker, the little migrant worker cities that be on the side of the road that they have a little like hotels and shit. That's what that look like.
That's what happens when the hotels get flipped. Like a hotel's doing bad business, they turn it into a migrant worker place.
Well, you see, that's what they just did here. They turned it into a trafficking camp, the old hotel. But that's another story.
So when you get finished doing that, they get up in the morning, get on the bus, you take them out, they work. Just like motherfuckers picking strawberries and shit. The blueprint always been there. You feel me?
Ever since the beginning of time.
I can almost think that they wanted. Somebody said that they want not totally old people, but people that had retired to come out of retirement and go to fucking work in those fields and stuff. You feel me?
100%.
If you look at that shit, man, it's the attempt on the attack on the 14th Amendment was an attempt at doing a reset on this shit, man. That's why you get rid of DEI and all that shit, diversity, inclusion, equity, and inclusion, and all that shit. Because now I can run that shit back for another 200, 400 years. You feel me? That's how that's.
And this is why you tuned into Bfam News for politics right here. So now you got to wait another 6 days and 23 hours to the next time the King comes back on. But you know what? Keep reaching out. One of you reaches out and throws a little money our way. King could have his own show for a whole hour. Don't get it fucked up. Let's find out. I think Auntie, you know what's happening? They playing your music, girl. They playing your music. It's been a little bit.
Right. And baby, I came back to cook, baby. We finna cook. What's up? It's your girl Auntie, and listen, I am here for the entertainment and fashion news. I got some stories for you. I've been digging because, listen, y'all have been out here showing out in the world. So with my first story, I'm gonna go to the clip because listen, I can't even. I'm gonna need y'all help. Go ahead and play it for us, DC.
Wait, the real story is that you left your son outside to get kidnapped and you locked the door? That's crazy. He even doubled down. Don't scroll. Remember that 7-year-old that was kidnapped in Milwaukee, and the family lied about that whole story. The minute the dudes hop out the car, the dad see them run in the house, lock his son outside, and watch as the guys chase his son around the block. They not focused on him no more. He could grab fire, anything. Nope. He sat there and made sure they left first. They left is when he came outside. Then got on social media to try to get sympathy and double down, saying, bro, I thought they were just trying to rob me. I ain't think they would snatch up my son. Bro, what? What, man? You got people in the comment section clowning him like, bro, you locked your son outside the crib while assailants are chasing him? Then come to find out one of the dudes that grabbed him up followed the BM. So now everybody thinking that the dad know these dudes and that's why he ran away. That's why police interrogated the dad and kept the dad in interrogation for like a whole day. I'm glad the kid is back home safe, but oh my God. The auntie and them making up that whole lie knowing that the dad ran away and left his son outside for God knows what is crazy, bro. Nah.
All right, y'all. So listen, I'm gonna bring the rest of the team on because trust me when I say Auntie went a little bit deeper, and I'm gonna need to see the expressions on y'all face when I tell y'all when I dug deeper how much deeper it got. Mr. King, just chill, cause baby, listen, you ain't even got pissed yet. So I began to dig deeper down this little wormhole of this whole little situation that they got going on, and I see that the mother has been arrested. The uncle has been arrested. So I'm like, okay, what happened? So when I dig a little bit deeper, these two parents got together to set up a GoFundMe. This was all a planned planned kidnapping. However, this child was unaware of what was taking place. So there is a video that I did send to DC of this child screaming for his daddy, the same coward that left him. Listen. They took it down. Okay, listen. This child was screaming, calling out his daddy, and this man, this coward, literally ran inside of the house and waited for them to leave. It was later, it's still like they're still discussing it. That apparently it was supposed to be the cousin that kidnapped them, and now that the child is actually speaking, the child did tell them that he actually heard the mother on the phone while she was on the phone with the alleged kidnappers. And did not show up at the meeting site to pick him up once she told them that she was. And this was all a scam for $100,000. So I see Mr. King's face. I see Mr. I see what you're doing. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, man. So first of all, somebody need to be in motherfucking jail. You feel me? We don't play motherfucking games like that where I'm from. Feel me?
Right.
That type of shit get your mama and your grandma slapped. You sorry son of a bitch. Listen, man. You gave that child PTSD.
Forever.
Because you want some money, bro. Some money.
For money.
Could have said your motherfucking house burnt down or some shit like that. You traumatized the child because you wanted $100,000. And this child may not ever come back from that type of shit, bro. That's some wild shit, bro. And y'all must be stopped. I know if you was in Tampa, somebody was gonna step on your shit.
I don't know.
We was on the motherfucking way to where you was at. You was gonna have to leave the fucking planet. You was gonna have to catch a star up out of this bitch.
Right now.
Motherfucking ship that Katy Perry was on. You were gonna have to strap 2 rocks to the side of that bitch and get the scooting the fuck up off this motherfucker. You feel me? The wildest shit in the world, but y'all gotta be stopped.
So, Auntie, and I'm not talking to the auntie below me. I'm talking about the auntie that orchestrated this whole thing. Girl, your nephew is 7 years old, and you go plan all this shit up and not tell him? What? I mean, if everybody's acting,
right?
I could go to a 7-year-old right now that I don't even know. As long as they speak English and say, hey, ask your parents if you can make $10,000. We're going to be shooting this movie. All you got to do is when this was his uncle. He knew who the fuck that was. It was just because he was surprised. If you would have told that kid what was going on and promised him $100 to a 7-year-old, he would have acted surprised. Why was the kid not in the loop?
Okay, but first let me clarify. So it wasn't the uncle. The uncle was actually arrested after the incident for shooting for shooting. It was an incident not even related to the actual little boy. What they're saying is that it was actually a cousin of the baby's mother, of the child's mother. So it was a cousin, supposedly a cousin that she had
Don't
that
let him
went
in the
in.
loop, right? He
But
should have
the craziest thing was the man says a 14-year-old is the one who came and got him and told him the plan. So you let a 14-year-old come and tell you the plan that they wanted to go and do this, and the 14-year-old is supposedly the one who initiated. I told you I had some more for you, Mr. I see what you're doing. 14-year-old, you let the 14-year-old put this plan together, you along with the baby's mother, the cousin, so y'all let this
y'all need to
happen.
beat your fucking kids more, man.
Hey, that guy, that GoFundMe shit gonna get one of you motherfuckers killed.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Somebody gonna die behind GoFundMe, and that's fucked up because that's how it's a real motherfucking it's a real fucking tool for people who really need it, but you motherfuckers can't.
Exactly.
It's bullshit, bro.
You know it can't have nothing good.
Come on, man. Let a motherfucker have something, bro. Don't crash all the shit, bro. Selfish motherfucker, bro.
Auntie, let's go to story number 2. I feel a little violent.
So listen, we just gonna go ahead with the story. And then we gonna discuss it tonight. Go ahead, Mr. DC.
So the lead into the story is, what do you do if you have to play the drums at the church, Sunday church, and you forget your sticks? So we're gonna play the video again. Look at the drummer. Look at the drummer, King.
Yeah, cue in, please cue in.
The
So
Lord,
listen.
the Lord.
Sanctified hand. That I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So listen, this story right here, it really did something to my soul. I'm not gonna lie. It shows how creative our people are, that we were going there in the midst of a situation, baby, and we gonna make it do what we do, because we didn't stop church at all. We kept giving God his glory, baby. We kept praising, and he played the hell out of them hangers. I know right now, some hanger company right now. And y'all can you listen, y'all can sponsor Auntie. Y'all go buy the hangers. I'm getting ready to move. Listen, the company that purchased them hangers, that made them hangers, like I need those hangers, baby. If you could be through a sanctified service and you made it all the way through with the drummer drumming, baby, and you stayed on beat, literally, I need those hangers in my closet.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and play our ad now by Wild Bee Wellness. I don't think we need to say nothing else, man. We will come back. We'll be right back after this short break. Damn, Auntie.
Are you living with chronic neck, back, or shoulder pain? Do tension, headaches, and stress follow you everywhere? At Wild Bee Wellness, we specialize in results-driven massage therapy that's more than just relaxation. It's real relief. With certified neuromuscular therapy, we target the root of your pain. Most clients see up to 90% improvement within 3 to 5 sessions. Because massage isn't just a luxury, it's self-care and healthcare. Whether you're an athlete, a busy professional, or simply tired of managing your pain on your own, it's time to take your wellness seriously. Book your first session today and receive 10% off as a new client using code BFAM10. Visit www.wellbewellness.com or call us at 678-517-7178. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Wild Bee Wellness. Wild Bee Wellness, located near downtown Smyrna. Be not free, find relief, feel renewed.
Are they here?
No,
they're here. When you come, just make sure. And I'm telling you, she's months out. So go to wildbewellness.com when you know you're going to be coming and book it before you get here, because this ain't like that thing where you walk into a strip mall and there's booths everywhere.
Right.
This is that professional deep tissue massage that you're going to go home and you're going to say, God, what was that? What is that? This, you know, the kind that hurts at first but feels great the next day. That's this kind of deep tissue massage. That rock shit, I'm telling you, I'm over 50. That rock shit, she explained it to me like they put these hot rocks down your spine,
yes,
and it makes the cartilage expand, so you have more cartilage than you really do, because cartilage dissipates. It's part of life, man. The more I move around, and it makes it swell to give you temporary relief. It ain't gonna fix shit, but
Right. It need pressure.
it was
If
so
she
good.
get rid of those stress knots though, boy. Woo.
Oh yeah, stress knots are nothing.
Yeah.
Like I can walk in there and I tell her, man, I got this thing right here. She'll feel around and then she'll start going to work on it. She's amazing.
Yes, sir.
But I'm telling you, it hurts. She's brutal
I
with those
got-
fingers.
I mean,
Brutal
I
with them fingers.
could take a little roughness.
Yeah,
If it's gonna help.
brutal with them fingers, man.
Yeah.
I want to make sure people know, this ain't that happy ending massage. You know what the happy part is? You get out without crying.
Right.
That
Don't be
deep
scared to go check out.
I need it.
Here we go again. Trump mania. A group of disabled protesters showed up. That's right. I said disabled protesters, wheelchairs, showed up for what would most believe be a peaceful protest on Republicans cutting Medicaid. But let's look in on Trump's America and see just what happened to our disabled veterans just standing up so they can keep their checks. For all those that can't see that, that was a line of disabled veterans and their little scooters, and they were zip tied, their hands together. Auntie.
Listen, that man is going straight to hell, bro. Like he is going home. Seriously, like that is insane. So you gonna literally line them people up and zip tie them, and and there is the mobile carts that you have these people zip tied to. Like, bro, you have real deal got to make this shit make sense. Like, how do you, bro? But you say that we care about the elderly and we this is what we doing it for, but everything that you are doing is to get rid of these people. Now you gonna arrest them. What they gonna pay to get out if you snatch away Medicare and all this good stuff and Social Security? How they gonna get out? Are they going to these farms? Then y'all just say that they wanted the older community to work in these farms. What you gonna do as a disabled person out there on the farm?
And we're not just talking about regular disabled people. We're talking about disabled. This was a specific protest. The disabled veterans got together and everyone was in a wheelchair. And they basically wheelchaired in a circle outside saying, please don't take our Medicaid rights. And they were zip tied, hands together. King, what the is going on?
So I'm gonna revisit. It is too many motherfucking holidays. The way y'all treat veterans, you must want to get rid of Veterans Day and Memorial Day.
It's coming.
You feel me? I don't understand this one. Like, for God's sakes, man, these are people who want to put their lives on the line, their bodies on the line. They left their families behind to go fight for a country and defend the Constitution of the United States. Home, and they get a middle finger and a kick in the ass and zip tied. You know what I mean?
They don't even have the right to protest.
And this is the shit you took this. You took these young men and women away from their families and sent them away to fight for a country over some shit that they ain't had nothing to do with it, because nobody down here had anything to do with the politics or the crooked politics that go on in this motherfucking country. And then when you come back, you give them your ass a kiss and you treat them like that, and then you want to cut all the fucking benefits that come along that you had agreed with and shook hands and shit with and had them sign up for. You don't want to give them what they just do. You feel me? And but you still have motherfuckers going out and recruiting people to fall into the same bullshit. You feel me? And then you wonder why the veterans these same veterans talk shit about the military, and you want to and you don't want them to say that shit. You feel me? For God's sakes, man, I mean, hell. I tell my grandkids, all my kids, to go and join the fucking military that don't give a fuck about them. And it's not a race thing. It's about humanity as a whole.
100%.
You feel me? You got motherfuckers that you get ready to send the fight over in wars right the fuck now. And I honestly, if I was in the military, I would be like, fuck that, send me the fuck, not let me sit the fuck down because I'm not going to get involved in that shit. You don't give a damn anyway. Remember, I told you at the beginning of the shit. Michael Jackson said they don't really care about us. Why don't you go out to Harvard and shit and grab some of them and put them on the plane and send them the fuck over there? You feel me? You'll come to the projects and the ghettos and these high schools and shit, take these little babies and send them over there and put a gun in their fucking hand.
Thanks.
Tell them they're gonna get all this great shit, and when they come back, they get none of it. You're a bunch of crooked liars. That's what the fuck you are. You feel me? That's what's happening in this country, man.
Man, I love it when King is on that seat. Auntie, you want to add anything else on that right there?
I absolutely 100% do before we leave here. So my thing is, I heard you say something about the Constitution. What Constitution? Because if we erase history, that pretty much is going to be to this point that it never existed. And then when we get back to this whole war thing, what existed back again? We going back to the Cold War. That's the establishment when they first started these whole war things. They was putting it in there. So if we done erased the history books, if we have erased the whole history, what does history begin with when it repeats itself this time around? Trump.
Right.
And all of his ongoing and the shenanigans that he pulled, Trump's wars, because there is no history about what went on prior to that. AI has created its own history because I'm telling you, with the paintings and all this stuff that they merging together, we now have photos of Mona Lisa and Da Vinci together side by side. So listen, I don't care what
Mona Lisa walking the other day.
Right.
And
right.
She ain't never had no motherfucker.
Yeah, had a fat ass. So for
she had a fat one.
So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen when in 100 years on down the line, when
years,
all of us are dying off and these new generations are coming around and they?
You better think more like 20 years. I'm calling Eli.
But I'm saying though, like,
man, let me get some bars, bro.
Yes, sir.
Like, because that's literally what it is that's being done. Even when it's down to this war, history is going to pretty much be what Trump had going on. That's what they're gonna have to go by.
All right, let's do one more story here. We're not going to do the sports stories. The sheriff isn't here, but I got this one story. Yeah, it's a little gruesome, but you know what? We've been talking about some shit. This ain't got nothing to do with Trump, but there's a Spanish family, and they were celebrating something. I don't speak Spanish, so if anybody doesn't, they understand what the hell's going on. Tell me. They're celebrating something. They decide to celebrate by riding in a hot air balloon.
Oh, wow.
Let's see what happens as the family videos as they take off.
Tem gente pendurada, gente. Não, é uma pessoa, tô vendo aqui no som da câmera, gente, ele se jogou!
Jogou porque tá pegando fogo.
What do you do? This is tragic. We apologize for the tragedy part of it, but what do you do? There's absolutely nothing you can do. I don't know that I would have followed the person falling down. I know they're all going to probably die because the balloon actually caught fire and it slowly did, but I don't know. I followed the camera down, but do you film? I want to film my last moments. Auntie.
I mean, that was very tragic. However, now everybody know what happened. Like, I mean, it's sad to be that, but it's recorded so they know like what happened as it was going down. That's why.
Especially the lawsuit.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that company's shot down. King.
Yeah.
I mean, first you don't get on that motherfucker. Because I mean,
with you.
When you pull the string, it's fire going up that motherfucker. And we done seen that time and time again. The other thing is this right here. You go, you're gonna film somebody dying and go viral at the same time. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That it's like being on the highway, knowing that you ain't got no way to help a person on the highway that get in an accident, but you still want to sit low down to see if they gonna die. You feel me? And that's the morbid shit about people that live on this planet. You feel me? You
Facts.
don't want the shit to happen to you, but you okay with watching the shit. You feel me? That's why you show the matches and shit, because you hoping that somebody get critically hurt in that particular shit. It's savagery, but I mean, let's just keep it a buck. That's what we dealing with in this country. So your family is up in this fucking hot air balloon. You feel me? And the only thing that you can do, you can't even turn away, because I would turn away because I don't want to see my family member perish like
I
that.
think so too.
But you hold the camera up and you cry, and you still got the camera up. You feel me? And this says something about the human psyche. There's a lot of people here that show up to fights, and when the fight break out, nobody say break it up. Everybody whip out their motherfucking phone. You feel me?
100%.
We really got to do better about this shit, because I'm talking about how do you film your family or your loved ones falling from a hot air balloon, and you still able to record. I put the phone when the first one fell, I'm running like a motherfucker, hoping that they made it. But you standing still recording up here, and that whoever that was fell first. Nobody ran to their assistance. Nobody ran.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you now. Like once the first one fell, I think I had to put my phone down and seeing if I could, medically bring them back. I got you. Right. I was thinking about that. I was like, what would I have done?
Right.
And then when I was watching, I was like, it was morbid, but in a cool way. I know I'm not getting no fucking balloons now.
Right.
If I ever thought I was going to, I'd never get one now.
You
ever. And I hope everybody watching Bfam News understands. Yeah, if some guy offers you a romantic balloon ride, bump that.
You remember
the setup is real. You gonna take me out of 2-minute stories on Dateline for that?
You remember that question you asked me, DC? When I hear the statement,
oh yeah. So DC's writing this book, okay? And we're not really sure the name yet, but we're really thinking it's going to be called "That's Some White Shit."
Yeah,
right.
And riding in a hot air balloon, we can't say that now because those were not white people.
Right.
But we already see that we got people trying to do shit they ain't never did before. Look at the crime rate.
I'm with you. I
stopped riding on. I started riding on rides at the fair when I started seeing people getting thrown the fuck off the ride.
I stopped riding the fair rides when I watched the people that were setting it up. And you walk up there, you talk to me like, "Hey, do you know where the restroom is?" Yeah. You go down there to Burger King, turn left to the Hardee's. I'm like, "Motherfucker, you get a bathroom here?" Nah.
Exactly.
And he's putting the whole Ferris wheel together with a 1/2-inch socket wrench. One tool. Nah, it'll take him all day. You get paid by the hour, but he only got one tool. You got a 1/2-inch socket wrench, put the whole thing together.
You just know it's crystal meth all through the fan shit, bro. You can tell that.
He's 5'9", 140 pounds.
How you gonna twist that fucking wrench, bro? This shit ain't together, man.
I watched my granddaughter on that. All the other grandparents go, "Oh, look how cute." I'm like, "Motherfucker, please don't break."
Right.
Yeah.
As soon as they get off the boy, hey, you gonna snatch your kid off that ride like everybody get kidnapped. That's some shit, man. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, and then the woman that's with you, whoever it is, your grandmother, your auntie, the woman, like the man says, like, "I hope it doesn't break." She goes, "Oh, you made it off of it."
Right.
Well, how does that make it safer?
Yeah, no.
Right, but you home.
I was lucky that the screw didn't pop off while I was on that motherfucker, but it's coming off.
Like that last ride that they had. Did you see that ride that was up there shaking and they were trying to hold it down?
Hundreds of them.
No, they just recently had one that the people that were in the line, the ride started to go back and forth, and as it was going up, the whole ride began to shake and come apart. And the people that were standing there all ran to hold the ride down until they were able to get the people off.
That's crazy.
I
thought you were talking about the one that was the Cyclops. It's the one that spins and rocks. So it's only supposed to go like rock like this. What got to here and it went all the way around. And when it comes down, it just face planted.
Just slam.
That happened here in Tampa before. That happened here.
Yeah, so basically we're saying is go to Disneyland, man. Those rides have been there forever.
Yeah.
Bfam News, we'll see y'all later next week. Thursday, 11 o'clock. Ending a great Thursday here at Bfam 19.6. We'll see you then. Damn, we're good. We are good. Where's the outro? Can't find the outro.
We go get it, y'all, man.
Right.
Be well, y'all. Be well.
Hey, fuck it. We'll just play this.
Listen.
Congratulations to Jim Irsay, Humanitarian of the Year.
Bravo,
Great
man.
guy.
I'm going to give me another coach there at the gym. I got you. For real, man.
I'll tell you one thing. The Irsay family looks a lot better with blue on with the girls in it.
Yeah.
He's got some pretty daughters.
Yeah, they gonna turn Indianapolis upside down.
Yeah, y'all gonna be wearing